Hello, everyone. This is ETHMeister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is May the 31st, 2017. This is home of long-term cryptocurrency thinking. Golden hold, be in motion. This is for the financially mature audience. All right, so I was on Crush the Street. It was posted today. It is live. I forgot to link to it below, but I will link to it below. I was in a rush to prepare today. Tomorrow we have two shows actually at noon Eastern Standard Time. A lot of you are going to love the guest. It's Amanda Johnson of Dash. Oh, this should be interesting tomorrow. It'll be a little different than the last one, I'm sure. That's noon tomorrow, Eastern Time. Then at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time, is the Ask Me Anything. We're talking about Thursday. That's tomorrow. 3:30 p.m. is the Ask Me Anything. You can send questions in advance with a tip to adam@tresorhelp.com if you want to be sure to get your question in there. Otherwise, I'm going to try to answer the questions in an hour. It's not going to go 2 hours, so I might run out of time with you. I'm going to try to focus on the Bitcoin questions because most people like the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin questions. And the personal ones, some people are just get tired of, and I'll answer them. But we're gonna jump around. And again, you'll get yours in there definitely if you email me at adam@tresorhelp.com and send a tip, of course. Then Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time is This Week in Bitcoin. Make sure you watch all three of those shows. And then Saturday, we've got Rocky back on. He's going to talk about ASIC Boost, excuse me. That's Saturday at 2 p.m. Thanks for the steam at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And Eastern Time means New York City, everybody. Thanks for the steam, the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, using my Coinbase affiliate link, which is listed below, using the HWWallet.com, a link that's below, affiliate link. You can get a free t-shirt like this there, or get your Nano or Trezor or whatever. I might have an event in Detroit coming up this summer, I've heard. Stay tuned. You can schedule me in for personal appearances just like that. Contact me at adam@tresorhelp.com. I'd be happy to come to your city. We can work out a compensation deal. Thank you everyone for supporting this channel. 7,100 subscribers. We just went over 7,000 like yesterday or something. Also, I might be in Ireland in August also. So people are working on all these different plans and they might not come to fruition. All I do know is that I will be in Hong Kong and Brisbane and Perth. All right, so yeah, use your fiat to pay for crypto, HWWallet.com. And the links below are below. All right, and after this show, tune into Tone Bays' channel. He's going to be on at 4:30. Pound that like button if you're happy. I'm finally through the introduction there. That was like a record-breaking long one. And seriously, watch Tone's show at 4:30 Eastern Time right after this. Maybe he's in the chat right now. I can't see you guys in the chat. All right, so welcome to the ETHMeister show today. No, seriously, it's not the ETHMeister show. But you can pay if you want to pay me in Ethereum, by the way. Send 1 Ethereum or 1.5 Ethereum, depending on what we're doing. Someone just actually paid me in Ethereum. I'm happy to take Ethereum because 1 Ethereum now was worth 10% of 1 Bitcoin. So that's momentous. Ethereum was going wild yesterday, $1.5 billion trading volume, while Bitcoin was only at 1.4 million. This was on Tuesday night here in Cyprus, at least. And we'll get into all the reasons why Ethereum is surging and what to expect. And it has to do a little bit with China, obviously a lot with these ICOs. But we have to remember back when Vinny Lingham was on my This Week in Bitcoin show, that famous one back in March, where all of a sudden there were 7 guests and we had a second hour. And he said that Ethereum would be the big winner from the lack of a scaling agreement in Bitcoin. And people said that I looked like I was in shock at the time or something. I mean, you could watch it yourself. You could describe my face any way you want to. But I never actually heard that at that point. He was the first person and so now we're here, and there can be no doubt that Ethereum has been helped by the uncertainty in Bitcoin. There can be no doubt about it. Was it the sole reason? No, it was not the sole reason. I mean, Vinny couldn't have predicted, oh, we're going to have all these ICO madness that's going to be built on top of Ethereum. That was unpredictable. That is the really big thing that is bringing Ethereum to light right now. But you got to give, Vinny did think ahead there, and there were not many people back then who thought that today one Ethereum would be worth 10% of one Bitcoin, and in terms of market capitalization, I mean, Ethereum is getting closer. So I'm not changing my long-term strategy here. A lot of people are like, Adam, you know, if you just change your show and talk about Ethereum more and tell people to buy Ethereum, you'll get more subscribers. Dude, I stand for something. Come on, guys. Come on. And only a couple people said that. Some young people have said that, I guess. I mean, I strongly believe in what I believe in Bitcoin, that it is buy and hold. And throughout this Ethereum pump, throughout all the pumps that are going on, Bitcoin has done great. I mean, it's just done great. So, I mean, I think as mature adults, we have to, first of all, Ethereum is not a scam or anything like that. I have never said anything like that. Someone today said, Adam, you hate Ethereum. I don't hate Ethereum. Hate is a really strong word, by the way. I don't believe in Ethereum's long-term promise. I don't. As it's currently set up, I still strongly believe that there will be at least three Ethereum one day, and that Ethereum Classic is a legitimate threat to Ethereum in term. I mean, it's a threat. If it, and I'm trying to read something here. That's why it's a little disjointed. I'm sorry. If it goes proof of work, if Ethereum goes proof of work, there are going to be problems. It needs a hard cap. It doesn't have a hard cap. All these ICOs are built on it, and that eventually will cause some problems if just one of them falls apart. But I do think of the Andreas Antonopoulos video that I posted here a few days ago, and he sums things up in a way that, you know, they're in two different worlds, Ethereum and Bitcoin. And you know, they can both do well. You don't have to hate one another. The shark doesn't fight the gorilla. You can look at it that way. But again, you can just be happy that you've been holding Bitcoin the whole time. I mean, there have been people that have been like, well, should I be disappointed that I didn't hold Ethereum this whole time? No, why? I mean, why? If you're Bitcoin, your investments have done great. Your Bitcoin has done great. And maybe something else did great for you. I don't know. You should be happy with what you have if it's doing well, and have no regrets. I mean, the Vancouver real estate market was on fire. Were you sad you weren't in the Vancouver real estate market? Did people from the Vancouver real estate market like always go up in your face and say, hey, dude, you suck because you own gold? Or, I mean, it's two different worlds. It's two different worlds here. I mean, I see no reason for long-term Bitcoin holders to care what happens in Ethereum at all, to even care. If you're a long-term Bitcoin, so what? If Ethereum 10x's again, be happy for them, I guess. I mean, what's wrong with that? So, I mean, the bottom line for me, though, is I feel you've made the wiser long-term investment. And the question to ask to everyone here who's watching this, which one, Ethereum or Bitcoin, will be a better long-term hold? And when we're talking long-term, at the 2020 halving, which one will go up more between now and the 2020 halving? And I stick with my guns that it is Bitcoin. I'm not jumping on the flavor of the month here. I tell people what I do. I own a lot of Bitcoin. I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't buy altcoins. I'll accept altcoins, of course. And I mean, why not? I happen to have some Ethereum. I've said this many times. People are always like, oh, you don't own it. I have Ethereum because back in my younger days, I participated in that crowd sale before I knew better. But I got lucky, whatever. But seriously, I stand by the Bitcoin will be for long term. If you're a long term buy and hold, gold and hold type of person, you should get into the Bitcoin. You should get into the Bitcoin because in the long term, I believe it is going to be a much better asset than Ethereum. And I gave you the reasons why I have doubts about Ethereum. And I think even on this piece of paper that I wrote down here, I mean, and again, you can't, another thing, if you're someone who tries to get into everything, let's say you do own Vancouver real estate and you do own Bitcoin, but you don't own Ethereum. You're a guy that just wants to be it on everything. Again, you can't be, Bill Gates doesn't own everything. Bill Gates misses out on things. So, I mean, you're going to miss out on things. And just, you have to get used to that. You have to get in the mindset that that people are going to be happier than you sometimes and are going to be kind of taunting you about stuff. That's not very mature, but in this space, there's a lot of very immature people. So, I mean, ignore them. That's it. So again, Ethereum is not a scam. I want to say that because people say that I say a lot of things. So I think it's a legitimate cryptocurrency. Again, I don't tell anyone to buy anything but Bitcoin. I don't think Ethereum I think Ethereum Classic is a better speculation, but again, I don't tell anyone to buy Ethereum Classic either. I just rank speculations because I don't think people should be speculating because most people don't have enough money to speculate. But if you do, whatever. Anyway, also in this space, we don't have many good financial and analysis that use logic and talk about fundamentals. I mean, fundamentals are totally tossed out the window here. When people are doing analysis of these cryptocurrencies, of these ICOs, it's a bunch of vanity metrics half the time. You know, when they talk about Ripple's market cap, total vanity it means nothing. Fundamental metrics like deflationary and if it's deflationary, if there's a cap, I mean, people just forget about this. And that leads us back into this ICO madness, which is not sustainable, which is helping fuel Ethereum. So there's something completely unsustainable based on no fundamentally sound principle that is partially pumping up the bubble of Ethereum. So eventually people are going to realize that. And so for all these, also for the people who are yelling and screaming that Bitcoin is dead, you look like you really appear to be like the people who say aliens just landed down the street, okay? It's at $2,300. Again, $2,300. You can check some of my old videos with the poor video quality, worse than this. I'm standing in a room with an Orioles shirt behind me, and Bitcoin is like $500. And it's less than a year ago. Now it's $2,300. And you're telling me that Bitcoin is dead. I mean, how am I supposed to address a person like that? You shouldn't even be addressed. You're a total noob, or you're just a troll, or I don't understand. I don't get it, man. And you probably don't own any cryptocurrency, so I guess you're just a troll or something. Pound that like button if you like this straight talk from ETHMeister. Again, I'm not changing my ways for a trend to fit in and to be liked by people. And again, also, I don't make who cares how many subscribers I mean, I thank you for the 7,100 subscribers. I don't even know how YouTube really even pays. I think they base it off of how many views you get. I consistently get about 3,000 views now, or 2,500 per video. That's pretty impressive. But again, I sell my services. I sell my consulting services. That's how I know I'm doing well. And I've been really busy with that stuff. And again, you want to pay me with one Ethereum, go ahead. We can work that out too. That's great. If you're a big Ethereum fan, you want to talk about Ethereum with me, you want to talk about my doubts about Ethereum and why I like Ethereum Classic more than Ethereum, let's set it up. Send me an Ethereum. We'll set it up right now. We'll do the talk tomorrow. If I find some time tomorrow. Wait, I don't want to talk. Anyway, this is not a flavor of the month channel. I mean, you can go to other places for that kind of impulsive thinking. Strong hand, people, buy and hold. Just strong hand, buy and hold. We're not going to do flavor of the months here. We're going to talk honest. There's also another thing I want to bring up about. There's a lot of things about Ethereum I'm going to bring up today because, I mean, it's in the news. Vitalik. A lot of people like to criticize Vitalik. And I think he's a weak point because he can be arrested. But people like to say he's not that smart. He's not as smart as people think he is. And you know what? Don't say that about him. Come on. come on, this guy created something that's so complex. His IQ is super high, people. He's smarter probably than anyone you have ever met. Now, that doesn't mean he's perfect, but I mean, we live in an era, I mean, Shane on Steemit was posting about IQ, and predictably, you know, the first 2 people who reply say, I took a IQ test online and I got 150. 2 people said that. 2. Do you know how rare it is to have 150 IQ? I mean, so don't believe everything you read on the internet. Again, that's a lesson for anyone who reads anything about cryptocurrency or anything. Because whenever you bring up IQ, there's always 2 people who say, I got 150 on some online test. It's BS. That guy, Vitalik, is a genius, okay? But it doesn't make you perfect. So he's gonna make mistakes. But don't go around saying that Vitalik isn't that smart. It is rare to have over 140 IQ, and that guy probably has over 140 IQ, taking a real IQ test, not some online BS thing. And so I just wanted to come to his defense for that. And you can take shots at him. He did the wrong thing with the DAO. I mean, he's not the best manager in the world, but come on, to insult his intelligence is an insult to mankind. It's an insult to everything we've accomplished as humanity, because he's a smart person, and it means something to be smart. It does mean something to be smart. So I was gonna say that Bitfinex should have a market for Ethereum 3. You know how they had that market for China coin and everything? They should have an Ethereum cubed market. That's what it should be called, the third Ethereum, when it's finally born. When they do the proof of work, proof of stake split. And again, that's wrong. I can't believe Vitalik is going to push that through. Someone commented on in the comments section that he just wants to do Internet 3.0, and he doesn't care about the value of Ethereum. He's already cashed out a lot of Ethereum for Bitcoin, and he's rich. Maybe that's the case. But I mean, seriously, that probably is the case if he actually sends Ethereum toward splitting again to form an Ethereum 3. He probably doesn't give a darn. He probably doesn't. He just wants to do some genius type of experiment, and it's just like he doesn't care about the investors. But I think that's bad. I think you should. So again, I'm going to link to my Cresta Street interview below. I just saw that I have the link here, but I just haven't posted it below yet. But look up the Cresta Street interview. It went real well. And you know what? I am glad, you know, for cryptocurrency as a whole. Pound that like button, people. Pound that like button. And share this video too. I'm glad for cryptocurrency as a whole that Ethereum is listed number 2 on CoinMarketCap, even though that list is totally bogus and it's not Ripple, because it's much more respectable to have something like Ethereum there. And again, that's why I kept saying Ethereum is not a scam, and it isn't a scam. I shouldn't even. An Ethereum Classic isn't. We've had people that say everything's that Ethereum Classic is a scam, Ethereum is a scam, whatever. I'm sure tomorrow during Amanda's interview, a lot of you in the chat will be saying, also probably throwing around that world too. But it's much more respectable to have something like Ethereum up there than Ripple. I mean, which is pre-mined, there's going to be a huge dump on. And here is a tweet from I Am Nomad that actually is kind of funny. And it says, and Ripple was above Ethereum by a significant amount not 10 days ago. Your point? And that actually is a good tweet. I mean, who cares? I mean, look, if you look at these market valuations, they're vanity metrics, basically. It means nothing. It really does mean nothing when Ripple is worth more than Ethereum. You know things are screwed up. You know it's a vanity metric. But it's still, in the end of the day, a lot of people from outside the space are going to judge cryptocurrency by what they see, which unfortunately is that list. So in that case, the vanity metric, at least it's a little prettier with Ethereum up there. But I thought that tweet was pretty funny. I did want to bring up that you should check out the Simon Dixon interview that I did yesterday on Tuesday. He talked about the ICOs and everything. It was really good. You should check it out. It is linked to below. He agrees that user-activated soft forks should be used as a threat, as leverage over the miners, and that avoiding 2 Bitcoin at all costs. Just avoid 2 Bitcoin at all costs. We don't want to go down that path, because once you've gone down, you can't reverse it. I mean, people are going to say for the rest of the time that Ethereum split in 2 at one point. That will haunt it and make people think that it can split into 3 or 4 or whatever. And Bitcoin doesn't need that hanging over its head. So again, one can learn from the other, definitely. And I'm sure Ethereum should learn from Bitcoin. I mean, again, it's a shark and a gorilla situation in some ways, as Andreas's video shows. And I actually linked to another Andreas video below, which I'll get to in a second. So anyway, part of the reason that the pump of Ethereum just happened to 10% of 1 Bitcoin is that a big China exchange that tweeted out they're going to list it. And I forgot the name of it already. I have the tweet. I'll share it. So we'll see. And we're going to talk about China exchanges in a minute. But I did want to share this. I had a client who did just try to pay me in Ethereum from Coinbase. Now, this is a Coinbase issue. It hasn't shown up yet. And the client asked the Coinbase, what's up? And Coinbase says, if you sent Ether from your Coinbase account and it's still pending, this may be an error on our end and that we're working to resolve shortly. Please know that your Ether is safe and will be broadcast to the Ether network soon. We definitely appreciate your patience. Dude, Coinbase, man, I don't know what is up over there. Oh, by the way, I see Carlos Jane Danger is in the chat. He is a troll, actually. That guy is the one who paid me, what Jack his name is, or whatever his name is, that troll that I thought was insane, and he might be. He actually paid me the troll fine because he's a cuck, basically. I said, you're gonna pay me 0.02 Bitcoin. And he begged me like a little cuck, a cute little cuck. He likes to see the real man. He likes to see a real man. So he paid me money to not call him a troll anymore. So anyway, Carlos Danger is the troll that he goes on all of these videos. It's really interesting. So I guess he'll be there tomorrow also for my chat, which makes it, always makes it very interesting when the trolls like that get on there. Anyway, but hey, how you doing, Carlos? So we have also, so I guess I saw that chat there. It just poked out in the corner of my eye there. We just see a little cuck like Carlos Danger there who paid, well, because I want to give him props for giving me money. He gave me money. He gave me 0.02 Bitcoin. I mean, that's pretty awesome. You're pretty weak when you have to give me 0.02 just to like beg to be in my chat. I mean, it's like a little cute little cuck, isn't he? So anyway, I'm going to link to a Luke Dash Jr. tweet, and actually it's not a tweet, it's a story, and he goes into user-activated soft fork. Some of what can happen. He says, if 95% of the hash rate locks in SegWit before August 1st, no chain split at all. He gives all the numbers of what could create a chain split and what might not create a chain split. Going back to my worry about how could be 2 Bitcoin eventually. So I'm going to link to that Luke Dash Jr. post with the statistics in it. I'm not going to read you off the statistics because they're boring, but basically everyone's risk goes down with the more people running the bit 148 nodes. That's what he says. I think that's the conclusion there, at least. Anyway, I'm no expert on that, but I'm going to link to that in a second when I update the note section below. So someone asked me what will happen when China pound that like button, people, pound that like button. What will happen when China allows Bitcoin withdrawals again? Someone asked me, and it's going to happen on June the 1st, apparently. People overplay, China's role in the whole ecosystem. I didn't even want to put China in the title because you know how I've been in the past. But, with the Chinese exchange and Ethereum pump, and this is a very legitimate question. So Bitcoin price should go up. Once the Chinese are able to, Bitcoin's flowing all over China again, they can get it out of the exchanges, it will help Bitcoin. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll help Ethereum too. I mean, obviously, if Ethereum is about to be listed on there, maybe it'll hurt Ethereum. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate about the Ethereum aspect of it. I haven't given it much thought, but it will help Bitcoin again. Yeah, it should help Bitcoin once it's flown all over China. Maybe it's already. Is it already June the 1st in China? It's going to be soon. Anyway, Andreas Antonopoulos, institutional inertia at banks. That's what makes up banks. They're not. It's not an evil conspiracy. They might do things that are perceived as evil, but it's institutional inertia. So, all your conspiracy theories about mysterious families who control banks, who are trying to destroy the world, it's institutional inertia. And he talks about, it's just the way they are set up and how they feed, how the business model is set up over there, that it can hurt certain people. Andreas I think he actually exaggerated some of the things that the banks do. But the best thing is now you can avoid banks by getting into Bitcoin. But I linked to his little video below that talks about that. Here's another funny tweet. It's from Whale Panda. I'm getting a lot out here. If you're talking about Ripple, I'm not interested in it. I don't even consider it a crypto since they literally lost the first 35,000 blocks. Okay, people, be in motion, pound that like button. I'm going to link to this Ethereum address. This is a tweet that Vitalik actually sent out. This is a $2,220 transaction fee used to cut in line in the BAT ICO. Ethereum's average transaction fee is $1. And that just shows you how insane this ICO market is. This ICO madness is. That people are cutting in line. I can't believe that. That is just amazing. And again, someone in the chat just said something about the Rothschilds. Again, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Again, you're talking about Jews are not to be underestimated. Look at this. Look at this guy. This guy should be ashamed of himself. His name's Werner Grift. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look, he says, they created the monster known as Hitler. The Jews created Hitler. This is the type of, these are trolls. These are what real trolls are. And this is what's filled. It's unfortunate. These are doom porn people. They get off on doom porn. They believe anything you tell them. Anything you tell them. They believe anything you tell them. It's a shame. It's a real shame that people live in these holes where they obsess about family, Jewish families and Jews, and are jealous because Jews are wealthier than them. You shouldn't blame other people for your own faults. Work to improve yourself. That's what this channel is about. And so I don't want you here. I don't want you here. If you want to blame people, if you want to blame the world for your problems, go away, because that's not what we're about here. Here we're about taking personal responsibility. If you invested in whatever scam coin and you got ripped, it's your fault. It's not the Rothschilds' fault. It's not the Jews' fault. Okay, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Why? I mean, come on, dude. It's your fault. We take personal responsibility here. So you can live in a doom porn hole like those people, or you can live in a productive hole. A productive world where you pound that like button, where you're always in motion trying to meet new positive people. Like those people there that are talking about that are insane, praising Hitler, when, my great uncle died fighting in the Philippines to save this planet from people like Hitler and people like the Japanese emperor. You should be ashamed of yourself. You wouldn't like living under a totalitarian Hitler-like dictatorship. You wouldn't be able to say these type of things. There wouldn't be the progress of the internet and all this stuff. So again, this is a place of progress here on this channel. Again, I'm always moving. I'm always meeting new people here. I want positive people here. So if you're negative, go away. Don't show up for the chat tomorrow. But hey, if you're positive, come on over to the chat tomorrow. You can pound that like button. All of a sudden we have 200 people here now. Tone's show is coming on like right now, basically in 10 minutes. So I am going to get out of here. And look, again, I can see the chat now. It is just, they're Jew. I mean, Isn't this amazing? These people to act socially, you know, proper in a proper social atmosphere. I mean, like, you don't go around screaming Jew, Jew, and blaming everything on people. You're like, where do you talk to real people? Do you guys get out? Seriously, do you get out? I mean, be positive. Stop blaming other people for whatever's going on. What's going on in your life? Here, come over. You pay me the 0.1 Bitcoin. I'll help you out. I just helped someone out the other day. Now, the person I helped the other day was a very nice person, a great person. Wasn't a hateful person. Just one of the better is, look at the filthy Jew the guy puts up there. This is what our little community is about here. And, you know, this is why some outsiders look at the cryptocurrency community. They're like, it's a bunch of conspiracy free. I mean, this slows down our progress. We need to be welcoming here. We can't do these things. I mean, so you want to do what you want to do. And Brian Hoffman here says, Jew wants money. I mean, look at this. Brian Hoffman, and it's probably not his real name either. He wouldn't show his real face like I show my real face. The Jew here shows his real face, okay? Okay, so and that might be that who knows who it is. I'm not gonna try to assume who's who here. Anyway, this show has taken a turn for the what do you call them, trollishness here. But again, I wanted to it says Rothschilds are Zionist Jews. Well, first, there's no Rothschilds anymore, but I am a Zionist Jew. I am a Zionist. Do you know what that means even? Do you even know what that means? Because you're so ignorant. You don't know what Zionism simply is. So go to Wikipedia and just improve yourself. Are you one of those guys that says he has 150 IQ when he takes the IQ test? You probably are one of those guys, right? I can tell. You took the IQ test. You must be more successful and smarter than Vitalik. You should say bad things about Vitalik. All right, everybody. So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember, this is the must-stop place to keep up with cryptocurrency current events. And at times, you can see what's the latest in doom porn trollishness from their holes. But remember, don't get addicted to that doom porn or you're going to end up sounding like them, screaming about Jews in the middle of the day. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below, pound that like button. I will talk to you later.